5 words. That is all Thomas could say when he saw Jesus for the first time after the resurrection. Not an explanation, not an apology, not a justification for everything he had said the week before. Just 5 words carrying a lifetime of doubt arriving at the end of itself. And what came before those 5 words is what matters most for you today. Thomas was not in the room when Jesus appeared to the other disciples. Nobody knows where he was. The text does not say, but he was not there. And when the others went to him and said, "We have seen the Lord," he said something that Christian tradition spent centuries using against him, but which is actually one of the most courageous declarations in the entire gospel. "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." That is not weakness. That is honesty. Thomas was not pretending to have a faith he did not have. He was not performing devotion to look good in front of the others. He was telling the truth about where he was. And there is something very important in that for anyone who wakes up in the morning, kneels to pray, and feels the prayer leaving from a place that is not certain of anything. If you are watching this today and the doubt has not gone away, if you keep praying but part of you is not sure anyone is listening, if you keep believing but carry questions you have never been able to resolve, if you have been through something that shook everything you thought you knew about God, then this passage was kept for you, just as the room was kept for Thomas. Because Jesus did not go to another disciple. He did not replace Thomas with someone whose faith was cleaner. 8 days later he came back, and this time Thomas was there. And Jesus walked in, stood in the middle of the room, and went straight to him, not to rebuke, not to shame, to show his hands, to say, "Put your finger here, see my hands, reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe. Stop doubting and believe. Not, since you doubted, you are out. But, I came to you. Now look, that changes everything about how you understand doubt inside faith. Most people treat doubt as proof they are failing, as if real faith never has unanswered questions, never has dark nights, never has the moment of saying, "I need to see to believe." But Jesus did not treat Thomas's doubt as betrayal. He treated it as an invitation to go to where Thomas was and show himself in the way Thomas needed. God is not afraid of your questions. He does not pull back when you say, "I am not sure anymore." He moves toward that. He walked through a locked door to reach a man who had said, "I will not believe unless I see." And he showed up with the exact evidence that man had asked for. That is not a God who demands a polished faith before he draws near. That is a God who draws near precisely to the faith that is struggling to hold on. And this is the thing about Thomas that nobody talks about enough. He was still there. After a week of doubt, after 8 days of not knowing what to do with what the others were telling him, after sitting with the tension of wanting to believe and not being able to, he was still in the room. He had not walked away. He had not decided the whole thing was over. He stayed, and staying was enough for Jesus to find him. If you have been doubting but still praying, if you have been uncertain but still showing up, if you have been carrying questions that feel too honest to say out loud in a room full of believers, you are Thomas in that room. And Jesus is not finished with you. He came back for the one who doubted. He will not overlook you. Think about what it means that Jesus showed Thomas the wounds. He did not appear to him glorified and untouchable, every mark of suffering removed and forgotten. He came with the scars. He offered them as evidence, as if to say, "I did not erase what I went through to get to you. I kept it, because what I went through to get to you is exactly what proves that I will not abandon you now." The scars of Jesus are not a detail of the resurrection story. They are the heart of it. They are what Thomas needed to see, not a triumphant stranger, the same Jesus who had suffered, the same Jesus who had gone through the worst and come out the other side. The same one, still carrying the marks, still present, still speaking into the doubt by name. And when Thomas saw him, the doubt did not leave slowly. It did not take more time or more evidence or more prayer. It broke all at once. My Lord and my God, the man who had said, "I will not believe," became the man who said the most complete confession of faith in the entire gospel. not despite the doubt, through it. The doubt was not the obstacle to the encounter. The doubt was the road that led him to it. So this is what it means to doubt but still pray. It does not mean pretending the questions are not there. It does not mean manufacturing a certainty you do not feel. It means staying in the room. It means showing up even when you are not sure what you are showing up to. It means being honest enough to say, I need more than what I have right now. And trusting that the God who came back for Thomas is the same God who sees you sitting in your doubt and is already walking through the door. The prayer that comes from uncertainty is not a lesser prayer. It is often the truest one. Because it has nothing left to hide behind. It is just you and the silence, and the choice to address that silence as if someone is listening. And someone is. The same one who walked into a locked room to reach the one man who had said he would not believe until he saw. You do not need to resolve the doubt before you pray. You only need to stay in the room. He will find you there. He always has. He will not stop now. Doubt did not disqualify Thomas. It became the road that led him to the deepest faith in the room. You do not need a clean faith to be found. You need an honest one. Staying in the room when you are not sure is its own kind of prayer. He came back for the one who doubted. He will come back for you. The scars he kept were not reminders of suffering. They were proof that he stayed. Keep praying, even from the uncertain place, especially from there.